Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm actually going to feature two games, and this is going to be pretty cool because Thyderion and I both had ace tankers in our Motherlands and separate games, and they are a little bit different. In this game, we're going to start in the south. In my game, I'm going to start in the north, and this is team destruction, and my game is going to be encounter. So both games are actually going to develop pretty similar, and it's going to show the importance and the strength of the 1-2-3 line. And like I've said in previous videos, the 1-2-3 line I feel like is the elite side because it doesn't have like a flank in the middle, whereas if you go 8-9-0, you have to watch the flank from the E line as well as the north and the south, and there's kind of two different lines, the 9 line and the 0 line, that are different entry points. So there's a lot more angles that you got to cover over there, and not to mention this is the high ground, so you're going to be above everyone. You're going to be able to shoot down into them, and you can work these corners pretty well and cover both caps. Obviously there's no caps in this one, but anyways, I'm going to speed this up a little bit. So I'm in my low, Thyderion's in his Motherland, and we're heading up the one line. He takes that shot into his track. And we can see that there's a lot of tanks in the middle. And really, we had a 4-man platoon of bulldogs. And all they did was drove up the middle, and they all killed themselves. So we're pretty much going to start the game 4 tanks down. Alright, so he's poking the corner. He's not really going to rush them until the low gets there. And then, as I show up, the heavy tank pops up. So I'm going to pull around the corner and start to put pressure on those guys. He does the same. He shuts down the Excalibur. So we're down 3 tanks, and our KV-2 gets us within 2 tanks. He's going to push on this T-23-3. And he misses that kill shot, but I'm turning around, and I get to snatch that guy up before he gets around the corner. Alright, now he's going to put the focus on the HTC, and this is a really bad play by the HTC because he's driving into our crossfire. He goes for a tracking shot there. He shuts him down. And really what those scouts allowed our team to do was pretty much win the 2 flanks, right? So the red team focused the middle because that's where our bulldogs were. So we took advantage down the 1-2-3 line, and then our other 3 teammates went down the 8-9-0. And really what that allows us to do is to pinch them down in the middle. However, they're doing a good job of working through the middle and keeping pace of keeping their lead. So he takes a shot at the KV-1S, hits the little mountain, and his shot goes high. So trying to get over here to get the kill here. And he gets it in. Alright, so as we clean up this side, we only got 2 guys left over there, and we're deciding whether we want to cross the field or if we want to just set up a defense. And we have this other guy with us, so we're thinking as long as we just hold our defense on the 1 line, that's a strong position to defend. Hopefully the 2 over there can do some damage before they die. Unfortunately, we lose our Panther 2, and right as we come up here, their Holland Hunt is trying to make a play behind us, and honestly, I feel like that could be the game-losing decision for their team. If that Holland Hunt works with their heavy tanks, they got a really good chance at killing us. So they take down our SU-100M1. And our heavy tank proceeds to drive out towards them in the middle, which is not going to fare very well. So Thyderion just pops up over the middle to see if there's anything coming, and then I spot a Tiger 1, full health. So Thyderion comes over, hits him once. I damage his ammo rack. I let Thyderion know that, and then he pops his head off. And that's another tank. Like, why did he continue to push when he could have waited for his teammates to get engaged with us? So that way we're in a 3v2 and he's behind us. Like, that would have been a much more difficult situation for us to try to get through. But fortunately for us, he decides to push up after his Holland Hun just got killed, and we're able to shut him down fairly quickly. I mean, I think that he was thinking, I have full health, I can maybe take these guys on. Then the Slapjack also separates himself from his other two teammates, and I get him shut down. So now we're in a 2v2, and I mean, I think we would have won this game regardless, but the fact that they're just handing us these little morsels, these little treats, just makes it that much better. Alright, so they got full health T29 here, and Thyderion's gonna go to work on him, and I'm gonna flank around behind, but we're not sure where the IS is. This is gonna be Thyderion showing off his side scraping ability here. And as I go around to flank, I find the IS, get a shot into him. And you can see there's no coordination whatsoever. Like, it makes me wonder, how did all our teammates die when their team was this stupid? There's no better way to say that. So I shut down the IS. Now I'm going to get in behind the T29. He knows that, so he's going to push forward, which allows Thyderion to shut him down. And now Thyderion took a screenshot of his game, so I'm going to feature that on here too. We'll get to end game stats and show mine first. So I only got a level 1. He did ace his Motherland. We get a Brothers in Arms. I get a sniper medal and a steel wall. Take a look at his. He's got a high caliber, Top Gun, Brothers. We do 8,600, 9 kills combined. Just 2-man wrecking crew right there. That was a fun game. I love being tactical, working through different scenarios. Alright, so let's get into the next one. This is going to be me and my Motherland platooned up with Hoops. He's in his King Dragon. Once again, Severgorsk encounter match this time, and we start in the north. So we're top tier. It's mostly an 8 match. They have 1 tier 7, we have 2 tier 7s, but one's a T29, which to me is pretty much a tier 8. And then we each have 1 tier 7 scout on each team, so fairly even match. We're on encounter battle.
Our mission is to capture and hold the marked objective. Let's do it.
Now a lot of people know that the 1-2-3 line is the high ground, is important flank, so it can get pretty hairy up here. Speed this up real quick. So in this variant, since we start pretty much right on top of the 1-2-3 line, we get a good jump on them, whereas like a normal variant, you're going to be in D9, so it takes a little while to get over here, and the fight is usually on the hill that we just drove over. What I want to do here is get up into this corner so I can poke the corner on these medium tanks.
Enemy in sight.
So they got an MKR, they got a T32, they got a Type 59, and then they also have a Centennial and a Pershing over here. Oops, lets me know that the Centennial pulls out. And then this T32 just drives completely broadside out in front of us. So I take his track off. We shut him down. Now this King Dragon decides that, man, that's like a great idea. Let's do that. And he dies even faster than the T-32 did. So I'm looking for shots on the MKR, and he just is like, I'm not gonna fight you. And that's fine with me. Okay, if you don't want to fight me, bud, I'll just go kill your teammates. So come over here. Centennial's on a sliver of health, so I shut him down. We'll go for a reload here. Pershing hits the dead tank. Get a shot into him. Now, trying to cover my drive wheel up here. Also get a shot into him. Just back up to make sure he has no drive wheel shot. He bounces it off my upper plate. My AMX-65T charges in there like a madman. Not like their T-32 did. He takes some damage for it. I look over and I realize that Hoops took actually quite a beating there. So I let him know to let me take point. Just follow in and get easy shots in. As I come down here, I'm trying to take the MKR out. I know that he doesn't like to trade his hit points, so he's going to continually back up and stay hull down and poke at us as long as he's alive. So I feel like taking him out is more important rather than an IS-3 that was for some reason sitting below the hill, not helping his medium tanks out. I'm guessing that this guy isn't very good, or he's new to the game. So we shut him down. And it is 8-8. We actually have 2 heavy tanks up north. If I go out, we got 2 heavy tanks up north, and we're deciding whether we should go up there and help them. However, I feel like we're gonna run into their whole team, and our heavy tanks could be dead. So it could just be us 2 fighting, however many tanks they have up there. I know the Chrysler K and the ISM are pretty beat up. I feel like sticking with the 3 in the south are going to be our best bet. As soon as we make our way over here, Artie gets spotted. So we make a plan. We're going to take Artie out, and then we're probably going to help our teammates kill the E4 that's sitting on the beach. So Hoops gets around the corner, kills the Artie, and then it's time to come over here and kill the E4. It's 9-9, close match. Our 65T dies. And our Type 59 is in between us and the E4, which is kind of inconvenient. Nomad gets a nice track in there, so we don't have to worry about trying to shoot around the E4's armor or our 59 if he gets in our way again. I let Hoops know, just be long range right now. I don't want him to die. If he dies, then it's going to just be tricky, probably in that end game for me to pull this out. And he definitely agrees. He's going to stay back there and support until he can't see me anymore, and then he'll decide what he wants to do at that point. But all of a sudden, if they rush me, I can force him to get on my side or behind me, and at that point, he should have good shots in him. So. Now our other medium tank, our Type 59 that's on a sliver, is trying to pace behind me, and then he asked me to follow him because I think he wants to go to the cap, and they start the cap, but it's a 3-minute cap, so I'm not too worried about it. He says that he's on his way, and then he says good game, like we're gonna throw the game if we don't go try to fight a 3-minute cap. I don't know. So Hoops lets me know that he really can't help me anymore through the houses that I drove through. In the corner, it's just too far away. So he's going to try to at least get some cheeky shots onto the cap if the Type 59 does do anything. So full health Type 59, he gets the first shot in me. Unfortunately, I miss and I track him. But I can use this dead tank to side scrape off of. It seems like he was pretty confident. And then he decides that he doesn't want to get hung out in the open with when I have a Nomad covering me. Then I'm also confused on what the Nomad's doing. He kills the scout, and then he kind of seems to be second guessing himself on which direction he should be going. So I get another shot in the Type 59, which I guess aggravates him because he just decides to charge me, which is fine with me, buddy. I have worked you down, and you are screwed. Thanks for playing. Maybe I inspired him to buy a Motherland. Get rid of that Type 59. Get a shot into him. He was looking for a shot into my Nomad. Oops was asking for help, wondering what our heavy tank was doing, and honestly, I had no answer for him. Killed a scout, and then he kind of just sat here. He handles the Chrysler, though, so now we got a 3v2. And I thought I was going to be driving in behind a Type 59, but then the Type 59 drives on top of the cap, so we know exactly where both of them are, which is perfect. No surprises. Their ISM, she's got 203 hit points, and their Type 59, she's got 236 hit points. I shot him down, parked behind him. He shoots at Hoops, hits his track, and then I shut him down for my 5th kill. 18 pens. What a game. Nice teamwork between me and Hoops. Just good comms. I love playing with Hoops when we just are so meticulous in our movement and what we should do next. Now we're not always right, but we're generally winning games together, which just makes this game so fun. Look at my marks. I'm at 85.7, and I've been floating around there for a while. Yeah, 3,500 damage, 5 kills. Unfortunately, we could have had a brothers in arms, and I kind of threw that out the window. Hoops gets 2,000 damage, 2 kills. Alright, so that was fun to feature both games. I actually played my game first, and then after platooning up with Thyderion, he had his game, and I told him about the fact that I just had a Motherland ace on Severogorsk, and let him know that I'd probably patch them together in one video. Alright, that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.